Okay, so for the vertical jump test of power, her results for this test came back to an average of 22 centimetres. And when we compare this to the normative data table for this test, we can see that this result is unfortunately below our average, and therefore the power is something that should be improved for her physical well-being. So one exercise set which I found would be for her to do spring sessions, and they are beneficial for improving power and especially in the legs. So what you do for this is start for the first 2 weeks by doing 3 reps per 3 days of 80-meter sprints, then change this after 2 weeks to 80-meter hill sprints and do 3 reps of these but every 2 days instead. So another point from the overall valuation of power is to improve general leg strength, and this will cause a better rating in the test and improve power for different activities. So lateral lunges can be used to improve leg strength. For these, you just begin by standing with feet hip wide apart, dumbbells at the sides in your hands, and you point your knees in the same direction as your feet. Take a large step to the right, keeping dumbbells at your side. Then you push back and lower the hips until your thighs are parallel to the floor, keeping your knees behind your toes and keeping your spine straight. Then you need to return to the start position using your glutes and hamstrings, and repeat this 8 times, alternating each side, doing 8 reps of these each leg, and doing this 3 times a week for 2 weeks. And then after this 2 weeks, change it to 10 reps of 20 on each leg, and do this 4 times a week. So now for the balance with the stalk stand test. So when we compare Meg's results to the normative data table, we can see that 40 seconds, which she got for the stalk stand, is a good result for her age. And to improve balance to an excellent level, we can easily do at-home activities, and these are really accessible, such as standing in a stalk stand position whilst doing the washing up, for example, or doing this for 5 minutes every day, and this will gradually just get the body more balanced. So just finding that time in the day to improve this will be really beneficial. And another exercise that can be used is using a wobble board for 30 minutes every 2 days, and practicing balance on this, and incorporating other positions on it, and this will soon engage the core, and finally it will help her with her yoga. So now for flexibility and the sit and reach test. So the results that Meg got of 25 show against the normative data table that her flexibility is below average and almost in a poor state, and this is something that should be improved. So one very accessible way that flexibility can be slowly improved is using resistance bands every night. When relaxing or watching television, just sit on the floor with one leg out and sort of grab the very bottom of the resistant bands and pull up by your feet, and this will stretch the hamstrings in the legs, and make sure that the other leg is tucked up and the band is wrapped around the bottom of the foot, and just stretch out the hamstrings for 10 minutes on each leg. And this can just be an enjoyable exercise if you can do it whilst you're watching television, as I said. And so another one for improving flexibility, we can stand with the feet slightly less than shoulder width apart, facing forward. Step forward with your left foot, flex your left foot towards you with the heel on the ground, and now bend forward with your hips. Place your hands on your left thigh. Keep your left leg straight as you slowly bend the right knee, and the stretch along your left hamstring should happen. And hold this for 30 to 60 seconds, and then switch sides and do 5 reps of this in a session, and do this 4 times a week. And now for squat tests, testing leg strength. So when we compare Meg's results of 15 squats per minute and her being 50 years old, when we compare this to the normative data table, it shows that she has an average leg strength. However, this should be improved. So one way we can improve this is doing forward, backward lunges, and these can improve strength. So begin by standing tall, holding dumbbells or weights by your side with a comfortable weight, and lunge forward on your right leg and then push back. Instead of coming to standing as you would in a normal lunge, extend the same leg behind you into a backwards lunge. Then repeat this motion for 6 to 8 reps, then switch to the other leg and do this 4 times a week. You can also do leg push-ups to improve leg strength. So you begin by lying face up on the floor with one heel propped on a box or a chair, and then you can lift the other leg with the sole of your foot pointed forward to the ceiling and push your free leg towards the ceiling while straightening the leg that is propped on the box and thrusting the hips forward, and repeat for 10 to 15 reps on each leg, and you can do this 4 times a week. So for the plank test, so testing core strength, Meg got a average of 44 seconds held, and when we compare this to the normative data table, we can see that this result makes her up for improvement in this region, and perhaps core strength is something that can be improved and can make a difference for her physical health. So one exercise which we can put in for her is the bird dog pose, and it can improve core strength. So what you do with this is your elbows should be right below your shoulders, your knees should be below your hips. Keep your back straight, toes pointed out, and your neck in line with your back. Engage your core and lift the leg, the leg and left arm off the ground, and extend them in the back and front respectively. Then hold this pose for 15 seconds and then release, and do this 6 times on each leg, with each leg being held up, and lift your left leg and right arm off the floor and extend them, and then repeat this exercise 4 times a week. You can also do side planks, where you lie down on your side and you place your left foot on the top of your right foot. Keep your forearm perpendicular to the upper arm and the right palm flat on the floor or form a fist, and place your left hand on the left side of your waist. Engage the core for this, and lift the hips off the floor and towards the ceiling. Make sure that your neck is in a straight line with your spine and look ahead. Hold this pose for 30 seconds and release. 4 of these 30 seconds is a rep, and 4 reps is in a session, and we should do this around 3 times a week, or aim to do this. And now finally for the 1 minute press ups, testing triceps muscular end. Meg's results of 33 press ups per minute is a very good result for her age group, and when we compare this against the normative data, we can see this. However, there are exercises which can be done to improve this to an excellent or even superior level. So one way we can do this is through tricep dips. So be on the edge of the chair with the hands holding the edge of the chair, and extend the legs in front of you. If not, they can be tucked underneath. Then bend the elbows, slowly lower the body towards the ground, where you keep your back as close to the edge of the bench or the table or the chair as possible. Then straighten your arms to return to the starting position. 5 of these is in a rep, and 4 reps should be done in one session, and we should do each session around 3 times a week. And skull crunches are another way in which tricep muscular end can be improved. This is where you lie flat on your back with a weight in each hand. You extend the arms above your face with palms facing up, and slowly bend your elbows and lower your weight behind your head and bring them to the bench or the floor, and pause and extend to the starting position, and do 4 of these as 1 rep, and 3 reps is in a session, and you should do this 3 times a week, and this should improve your triceps.